Hi there, and welcome to the third episode of my Legend of Keepers run with Maug. So, today we will try and conquer as much as possible from the second level, and hopefully get through this successfully. Now, seeing my options ahead of me, I'm not really happy with that. Because, I want to spend my money, but not necessarily on those bad traps. So let's see what the doctor can do for me. He can just heal me for free. Perfect. Just what we need. Alchemist is not interesting because we have neither tears nor blood to transform. What do we have here? We can sacrifice our setter for... No, we're not going to sacrifice one of our critters that early. So no monsters are available for me. That's a little bit sad. Let's see what we can rent out for a siege. Well, let's give away the mortar. I don't like the single target traps the most, so... Work accident. We take damage, but we get tears. Okay. So... Monster or artifact reward. It's actually a little bit difficult for me to decide there. Because right now, I actually would prefer the monster over the artifact, but artifacts are that powerful that I don't want to say no to that. All we need is one merchant, and then we can go crazy with the artifact on the monster side, so don't want to go down that road. So, what do we have against us? We got a barbarian, front physical, back air, ice everywhere. Okay. So, physical resistance is here. Ugh. Resistances are really horrible right now, but... Oh, never mind, we have a shuffler. Dang. Didn't pay attention there. But wait a sec, we can still change it. So, here goes a similar approach. We're going to shuffle everybody on the least favorable slot. And hopefully this will help me to achieve a result which is at least not as horrible as it could be. Now, front slot is physical tanking, back slot is air tanking. Okay. Let's pick up these. Yeah. Another trap. And the boss. So, this is another fight where we actually are facing off uneven odds, because we didn't have good opportunities to buff ourselves up, but that's just okay. I think I'm going to focus the Barbarian as much as I can, because I dislike his enrage effect a lot, because as you see, this is just a massive power-up for the whole enemy squad. That's why we suffer that much. Oh dear. But honestly, I didn't expect any good results here whatsoever, so... Let's Burning Whip that guy. I'd rather stack up on damage to get rid of the Barbarian as quick as possible. Now, let's go for that one. A little bit of AoE. Poison damage. Yes, please. Hopefully this will work out better than the last time, but with these bonuses from Enrage, the enemy heroes deal so much damage that it's hard to resist them. The Barbarian's skill is is honestly among the most powerful skills I've seen so far in the game. But part of the problem is definitely my very low amount of different monsters to select from, because we were like most of the time at 0% resistance, and that's not really a good way to deal with that. So let's deal out some... Oh, this guy is bleeding immune. Man, I should have paid more attention there. Whoops. That slow effect is so annoying. Well, good thing that we saw the doctor. This is helping a lot there. So damage dealt is reduced. We need to get rid of that guy. I really feel like the game was a lot less difficult in the early access version. Don't know if it's me, but I feel like the balance of the enemy teams is much more powerful since then. Let's go for some AoE, so we can spread out the damage, because this guy is just already pretty dead. Oh, there we go. So Maug took some terrible damage, but we gained artifacts, an artifact, so... Let's see, damage of the first attack suffered by monsters placed at the back is returned to the assailant once per fight. Or we go for the Crystal Skull. Since the Crystal Skull let me down the last time so much, I'd go for the Pocket Mirror. I mean, basically... We take the Pocket Mirror. I think the Crystal Skull would be the more OP option if you want to go for efficiency alone. But at the same time, I do like the Pocket Mirror for its guaranteed effect per fight, because there will be always some attack onto the back slot. So let's train our Slaveholder a bit, because maximum life increase is also directly healing us. And let's trade. So we got a Piggy Man and a Harpy. So definitely buy both of them. I think I want the Icy Breeze as well, and renew again. So let's see, what do we have here? More demons, Ghost and Gargoyle. Very air focused, but honestly, I need personnel, because oh, I can't change them here. Let's just leave this place and leave a few pieces of gold for the next trainer. I've got several monsters that are on the brink of a mental breakdown, and that's not really a good thing. So how about that? Yeah. Let's give these fellas some time off and see trainer. Now, who do I want to upgrade the most? The Gargoyle can apply Demoralized at the start of each turn. The Ghost is applying damage when it's defeated, well, making it a really good selection for room 1. But I think I'm going to stick with our good friend the Boar Man, because I love that extra damage on wounded enemies so much. Alright, so we have to take the champion fight there, and hopefully it doesn't kick me out of the out of the game there, but I want to try that. Ooh, we definitely say goodbye to Mr. Naga and take a chance of crits. Seriously, critical hit chances? Not gonna say no to that. Alright. Let's just hope for the best and take the champion fight. As long as there's no barbarian involved, I am quite positive. So, Necromancer, dealing ice damage, brings a dead hero back to life as a skeleton warrior. Hey, we know that. And gains enraged when she loses moral. Sorry. Front air, area nature. And, okay. Resistance-wise, we are quite good with fire damage. Physical should be quite okay too. Fire is really good against these. And how's air damage? Not really good. Still have to use some air damage there. So let's try that. So I need to avoid moral damage at all costs, because it just won't do me any favor here. Which is going to be kind of hard, because Room 2 is a lot about this, is a lot about moral damage, but, well, can't change it. So, front slot is suffering air damage a lot. Do I have anybody with a good resistance there? Yeah, actually I do. So, let's take our succubus to one more trip, and let's go for the ice portal and hope for the best. It's going to be quite a tough fight, but I am positive about my chances here, honestly. So, let's apply some haste on my fellas. Ooh, yeah, that's quite some damage. And I want to try as hard as I can to take down the frontliner there. I'll be completely unable to avoid the minions the Necromancer will summon, but, you know, there's always something, you know. We're spreading out some good damage, though. Yeah, well, too bad. They removed the broken armor debuff, and I'm pretty sure the Null won't make it, and the Boar Man won't make it another time. But honestly, this is a pretty good start. This is a pretty good start. Alrighty. So instead of killing the frontliner, I'll rather buff up the damage of the next team, because I feel like that's way more important right now. Alright. So, Spectral Wave will kill that guy. Wonderful. Oh, she does that at the start of each turn. I get it. Okay. Front fire damage? Ah, evade. Okay. So, that's a Skelly Warrior. Well, honestly, could be worse. Skelly Warriors are annoying, but they are not exactly super deadly, so... Let's see, she's quite susceptible to fire, but even more susceptible to poison, so... Let's do this. It's looking good. It's really looking good there. Of course, now we have to suffer the reinforcements, but honestly, I see a high chance that Maug will be able to deal with the rest of this problem there all by himself. There we go. Goodbye, Null. But gaining a rare unit is just so good for us. I don't want to say no to that. Alrighty. Let's toss down the enslavement, because that will kill this guy. Yeah, no problem. Alright. So, some setups are easier to beat and others are more difficult to beat. Like I said, I feel like that Barbarian is insanely strong. So, what did we get? An Infernal Guardian, an Orc Sorcerer, or Homeopathic Poison? Heroes with less than 50% of the maximum moral lose resistances. Okay. Infernal Guardian deals fire damage and reduces fire damage, and the attacks ricochet to another random hero if the target's fire resistance is negative. I'll take that over the Orc Sorcerer. That sounds like a fun unit. I am just a I'm just very convinced of the theory that the rare monsters are just always worth the effort. Like, you always want to pick them up if you can, because there's literally nothing more powerful compared to a rare unit. So let's see, what do we want to get? I mean, I feel like I am quite in need for another minion, so a Time Watcher. Air and moral damage. Slows. Sounds cool. Oh, my good old Bone Catapult. I want that Time Watcher, and let's renew one more. Oh, gosh. One more renew. Pandora's Box. Nah. Let's pick up the Psycho Imps because they are just cheap yet effective. They're pretty good moral damage dealers, and they also deal a lot of physical damage if you want them to. I really do like these little buggers. Okay. Now, we don't have enough resources for a course, but... well, upgrade Witch Trap. This is a huge upgrade from the damage aspect. Same goes for the Polar Portal, but let's do this. Alright, a seminar. Oh yeah. Let's see, we can gain moral for everybody or enhanced armor for everybody for 15 weeks. I want that. Enhanced armor sounds wonderful. So, yet another artifact is to be gained. I like that. Alright, what's the squad? Moral losses reduced by 50%, front ice damage, and removes the penalty once. Dodges the first trap, heals 10% of life at the start of each fight, back slot fire, front slot fire, and some ice damage. Okay. Resistance wise, our enemies are very overall susceptible to poison, so let's take that for now. Now, what did I say? Front ice and back fire. Okay, who's good against ice damage in the front slot? Piggy Man. The Gargoyle is better overall, but the Boar Man has way more HP, so I definitely will stick to that. So, back slot will suffer fire damage. Who's my best fire resistant creep? This guy and this guy. How's their fire resistance? Pretty decent. How's their air resistance? Not so decent, so this guy will be what we're placing down. And overall, what do we want to pick up on top of that? Something with ice would be really nice. But let's take the Psycho Goblins, why not? Alright, put down the Icy Breeze, and let's see, Frontliner, who's a good ice-resistant creature? The Orc, actually. And a nice fire-resistant creature is this one. And we said air resistance was not that good. I don't have anybody who's good at dealing fire damage, sadly. Nature is pretty decent here as well, so let's pick up the Goblin. Alright. And let's hope for the best. Oh, I get to use a disaster at the beginning. I like that. So, we had... I'm going to take the damage over time effects. I prefer those. So we stack up double of them. Well, okay, kinda. So, who gets to act first? The Psycho Goblins. Alright. More bleeds! I like the damage reflection mirror. It's not a super overpowered artifact, but it's at least reliable. Okay. And slows. Alright. Oh yeah. 160 damage. I like that guy so much. Whenever you get the chance to use him against somebody with a negative armor, that's so insanely strong. I'm just afraid that we won't be able to use his skills one more time. Or do we? Oh yeah. Bang! I like that. Just bang them down. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. But honestly, we almost... This is almost won, so... Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's use that Burning Whip, why not? I'm very confident that our enemies won't be even able to get in to take down even one of these critters. So... like I said. That went well. Alright, Nightmare Catcher. Demoralized deals physical damage instead of moral. Heroes affected by burn lose speed. Grants 50% chance to apply Frostbite, which monsters attacks which deal moral. Oh yeah, that's so good. Because actually, this means every moral attack has now also a chance to debuff the enemies, and that's something I really do like. So, let's give this guy some break. And who needs a break as well? Well, nobody of them that much. But the Succubus should definitely be in the squad instead of people, you know, if I have people with full moral in the garrison, I don't like that too much. So, my money is full. And I don't have enough tiers for this event. That's kind of sad, but that can happen. You are invited to a work lunch with your employees. They are chanting your name when your turn to pay for everyone comes. So let's pay for drinks and raise the moral a little bit. The Bloodthirsty Coach. Some kind of ogre pretending to be a monster trainer offers you his services in exchange for some fresh blood. So... wait a sec. We get free training for these two guys for 20 blood? Did I understand that correctly? Yay! Nice! Okay, applies haste to all monsters of the dungeon when the Time Watcher is defeated. I like this guy a lot more now. And we got a upgrade on the Harpy. Okay, nice. So, I'll take the business trip. And, well... homeopathic poison, I don't know. I'll rather rent away the Psycho Imps, because I am always low on tiers, and the Psycho Imps are among the least powerful units you can get. That's they are cheap, they're cheap to train, and they're in their base form, they're not that powerful. Okay, so we got another Ice Wizard here. Ugh. So their ice resistance is not the worst. Let's put down the Poison Cloud. Alright, so physical, and ice. So ideally, I'll just put up an entire squad, which is just powerful against ice and physical in general. And then there's nothing to be worried about. Well... let's do it like that. That's the best we can do. Now, since these guys are... well, only one of them is actually really resistant against ice. Good stuff. Now, we're definitely going to put down the Dagon. So, it was just AoE. Oh, well. These guys are dealing a lot of... well, it's only one person dealing ice damage. Okay. There we go. That should work. Here goes the shuffle. And here also goes the Enrage. Let's see how good this will work. Oh yeah, we're dealing lots of frostbites. That's good. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Aw, my poor gargoyle. Did only get one action. Honestly, not that surprised about that, but well, the Boar Man is just not really a good unit against this. I just picked him because he's tanky. I think I could have did a good job if I would have put them down differently. The damage over time. Too bad. But we did hurt them. We did hurt them good, actually. As a matter of fact... yeah. Take that. He survives with 2 HP. There we go. Cool. So this way I'm quite happy with the outcome. Their frontliner is almost dead. I'm quite confident that I can take him down with my Burning Whip spell. Perfect. So these guys are not taking the benefits of the Enraged. This is actually what's really important for me. Okay, now let's use that Scare still. The slows are rather annoying, gotta admit. Let's enjoy some Incineration. Ooh! This guy ricochets if the target's fire resistance is negative, and yeah, that's why I love rare units that much, because they just bring so powerful traits on the table. So... nice. We kept them away from the boss. So Maug can heal up some more. That's good. So, Futakushi Onna. Air damage, Dark Mage, air damage, Goblin Drummer, air... We're so focused on air damage here. But I'm going to take the demon here. The demon lady. Alright, it's time to see the trainer. We're not going to take any detours. I want to level up my demon master. Applies fire weakness to all heroes when a monster of the group is defeated. Bam! That's such a powerful trait. Black market. So we can sell monsters in the garrison there. I don't want to. Let's see what the event brings. A giant worm has oozed its way into the lower levels of the dungeon. What will you do with it once you've killed it? 60 life if I eat it. Well... we're going to use it for a moral buff. And... we're going to debuff the heroes here with the Sanctuary. So, elemental weakness, demoralized, or bleeding. Well... let's take the elemental weakness. I've got so many elemental damage dealers. I'd say. A wandering troubadour offers to sing for your employees in exchange for a modest sum. With the right employee, we could convince him to sing for free. Well, those 50 gold pieces we still have. Oh, there's this time 2 different sorts of veterans, but I'll stick with the monster rewards, because master buffs are fine and dandy, but I prefer to use my monsters to win and not the master. Okay, nature AoE and fire front, fire back. So nature AoE and fire. So, well, fire, nature. We'll deal air and nature damage. Well, ugh. This is probably one of the worst ideas I could take. Just put it down like that. And pick somebody else with a less effective fire resistance. It's just that this guy's skills are just that weak. Well, let's put it down like that. The null is going to be ignored by the ninja, and therefore physical is good, air is good. So let's do it rather like that. Go. It's not all entirely about tanking, you know. It's also about spanking. Let's place down the polar portal and the icy breeze afterwards. The traps just don't fit to my boss monster, gotta say. Alrighty. There's nobody particularly resistant against nature damage here, but nobody is particularly vulnerable either, so could be worse. God. These speed bonuses are so annoying. There we go. Sadly, most of my squad won't get another action there. 38 damage over time. Man, that's annoying. Well, then let's nuke down the frontliner as hard as we can. So let's take the heat wave and reduce the fire resist of these guys, because, you know, just useful. Ah, very good. Let's take down that guy directly. Now, we prefer nature damage. Well, it got reflected too, so it's actually not that special, but yeah. Let's just say our portfolio is not that super strong against the enemies, but this goes on towards both sides, so I'm okay with that. As long as they won't hassle Maug, I'm quite happy. She's still not at negative fire resistance, that's annoying. But doesn't really matter. Yeah, we got this. Alright. Certainly room for improvement, but isn't that always the case? Goodbye, filthy heroes. We did it. Alright, possessed armor. Deals physical damage and moral. Applies terrified if the armor's target's armor is negative. Deals physical and moral. Applies burn. Damage is doubled if the target is affected by burn. I like that. I want that. Alrighty, and we're already at the end of this episode. Next episode we will definitely finish this dungeon, or, well, get finished, we'll see that. And thank you so much for watching. Drop me a comment down below if there's anything you might want to tell me. I'd be more than happy to hear from you. And as usual, your thumbs up go and help a lot to make this series visible to the algorithm. And drop my channel a subscription if you like this kind of content. I do daily videos, and if you turn on the notifications, you won't miss anything. See you guys then. Goodbye.